what is that called, like when Christopher Guest calls you, says, I have another mockumentary, want you to be in it?
Well, he would never say mockumentary because he loathes that word.
Yeah, that is his.
These are improvised films. He calls and he says, oh, I have this, Jim and I have been working on this outline about mascots, and I want you to play an armadillo. You play this woman who's, really too old to be a mascot now, and goes to a competition, and could be her swan song to the whole business. And then, he says, yeah, like, John McEnroe when he couldn't play tennis anymore, that he's not as physical as he used to be, and there's something about, aging and not being able to do what you used to do. It's like empathy. You create, Susan and I talked on the phone like 2 months before we started work. And for me, I just, wanted to seem like we were real sisters and we had a real life. And this is something that you can do successfully in these movies, is create, to be comfortable in a chemistry with someone else. And that's just so wonderful,
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like she really reached out to you.
Oh,
and kind
we both reached out to each other. Yeah.
Absolutely. She is so inclusive. And Chris, the minute I got the part, he said, "Here's Parker's cell phone number, and let's start, talk to her." And it was immediately just a great engagement and fun time. And we started going through who these sisters were, and it was important to us to play sisters, which I think are more like real sisters in real life, that we're not fighting, we're not arguing, we're not estranged, we're not bitchy, we're not catcalling. We actually love each other, and we're there for each other. And even when, I don't, spoiler alert, but when I hook up with someone, it's really, I made the decision, it's to get closer to her.
Yeah,
It was like to experience something she also experienced, and that was really, really fun to play. I've played women before that are always fighting, or someone's crazy, or someone's not bright. But these were just two women who knew what they wanted. They were two sisters who were going on a trip. We're gonna have a great time.
And I want to touch on Alvin, the mascot, your armadillo. I know that you came up with the costume.
Yeah, I wanted this to be, to me, the armadillo is, it's a prehistoric animal. He survived is a survivor, except when, the Industrial Revolution happened and cars came, he became roadkill.
Yeah.
And that Cindy identifies with an animal that is roadkill and gets run over. And her as a woman, I feel like she likes this shell, and she likes this armor, and she likes this strength of the creature that, doesn't want cars around. And
or somebody.
He's like, she's like a naive performance artist and like a steampunk. So the steampunk movement was very DIY. So she made her own costume. It's cardboard, it's duct tape, it's, bicycle reflector eyes. And, the music I felt was like staccato, like, because they're like fast animals, And I created that kind of like, garage band, like Kraftwerk, or Raymond Scott, Gary Newman, things that were very like simple, and repetitive. And then she's like a modern dancer, but she had a dance teacher at the school, and which has given her this, idea to be an armadillo, a mascot for the all-female basketball team, and to essentially make a stage for herself where she can perform. So
For 30 years.
For 30
at
years.
the school.
So she's very lucky that this opportunity is open to her, and she thrives in it, and this is great. She couldn't be happier.